Good day, everyone. Welcome to Real Conservative News Update. I'm your host, Nathaniel Rajkumar. Today, I'm highlighting news from Guyana. President Dr. Irfan Ali has directed the Ministry of Health to compile a list and clear the backlog of children in need of cardiac surgery, something really important, people. So this is really good news. Within 2 months, using newly acquired robotic technology to perform procedures that can cost up to US $150,000 overseas. A lot of people cannot afford that, including myself. So this is something that is really important, a very important service, a life-saving service that is being provided to the children of Guyana. Addressing the commissioning of a new medical bond in Region 2 recently, the head of state said the government has already invested in the latest robotic surgical systems and is now moving to ensure that every Guyanese child requiring cardiac intervention receives treatment locally and free of cost, people. Can we even boast about that here in Trinidad and Tobago? I'm just wondering. I don't know. Maybe we can. Maybe we can. I'm not really aware about it, so I don't know. People that in the comment section can let me know. We have invested in the latest robotic technology, and I said to the minister that every child that requires cardiac surgery and is ready for that surgery, that list must be compiled, each case must be filed, and that we must be prepared in 2 months to have those surgeries done here in Guyana. The president told residents. I am sure they felt very elated, very happy about that, because a lot of these children would have gone on to probably pass away before even reaching being adults, at the adult stage. And even if they did, they would have been suffering with a lot of complications throughout their entire life. Many times, even if you do become an adult, you may not live a full life. He underscored that the state is prepared to absorb the full financial burden of procedures that would otherwise be out of reach for most families. You're talking about 150,000 US, not Guyanese dollars, US dollars. That's a lot of money for even most citizens here in Trinidad and Tobago. We now have the facilities. We want to bring in the expertise because we want to clear up the backlog of children waiting for cardiac surgeries, especially our babies, infants, he told the gathering. The president framed the move not simply as a product of rising national revenues, but as an expression of the administration's core values, contrasting Guyana's stance with that of wealthier countries. In early 2024, Dr. Ali had announced government's plans for a comprehensive program aimed at providing cardiac surgeries for more than 150 children before the end of the year. Wonderful news coming out from Guyana under the President Irfan Ali administration. One of the only governments that I'm seeing nowadays that actually appears to have the desire to serve the citizens of their nation in this entire world. Bear in mind, I do not believe that it is a perfect administration. I do not believe that Irfan Ali is perfect. I did hear about certain protests that are taking place recently in the country, and maybe there's valid cause for that, or maybe it's just a political agenda, who knows. But when we look at all the different leaders in our world today, and even right here in Trinidad and Tobago, most are more obsessed with politics. Most are more focused on their own agendas and taking revenge against their political opponents and actually serving the people of their country. Irfan Ali could have been doing the same, focusing on just targeting his political opponents. He does speak out against his political enemies, but he isn't focused on that. He's actually focused on investing into his country, diversifying the economy, and also serving the most vulnerable in Guyana, and that is something to admire. My grandfather would have been very proud of his homeland.
Trinidad and Tobago weather report for Tuesday, July 7, 2026. On Tuesday, July 7, 2026, Trinidad and Tobago will experience partly cloudy conditions with a few daytime showers and isolated thunderstorms. The region is expected to see a daytime high temperature of 31 degrees Celsius and an overnight low of 25 degrees Celsius. Seas will be moderate in open waters. Waves will range from 1.5 meters to 2.0 meters in open waters and remain below 1.0 meter in sheltered areas. Waves can become choppy near heavier downpours. The Trinidad and Tobago Meteorological Service recently deactivated its formal yellow level adverse weather alert, but locally heavy showers can still produce quick street or flash flooding, gusty winds, and localized ponding. Residents and commuters should remain alert during the mid-morning storm windows. Bible quote of the day. Romans 14:1-4. On accepting others in disputable matters. Description: Paul urges believers not to judge or look down on each other over differences in personal convictions about food, days, and other non-essential practices. The focus is unity and leaving judgment to God, the true master of each person. As for the one who is weak in faith, welcome him, but not to quarrel over opinions. One person believes he may eat anything, while the weak person eats only vegetables. Let not the one who eats despise the one who abstains, and let not the one who abstains pass judgment on the one who eats, for God has welcomed him. Who are you to pass judgment on the servant of another? It is before his own master that he stands or falls. And he will be upheld, for the Lord is able to make him stand.
Folks, that brings us to the end of today's news update. Thanks again to everyone who continues to support my content. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay blessed and stay safe most of all. In Jesus' name.